Si Francis Lopez yung player na ever since high school, marami mga Pilipino yung nakasubaybay sa bawat kilos niya. At some point, he was even called Lebron, na as far as I know, he prefers to be called Francis, yung totoong pangalan niya. But speaking of Lebron, si Francis mataas yung expectation sa kanya coming out of high school, which is, to be honest, closely related sa athleticism niya. Pero what if I tell you na napansin ko sa UAAP stint niya so far, hindi siya gaanong napapansin, which to me is a good sign. Hear me out first. Sa UP, kung titignan mo yung games at a glance, sasabihin mo kung bakit off-ball si Francis at kung bakit siya 4. To which I answer, kasi yun yung kailangan niyang gawin para maging successful as a basketball player. So sa video na to, pag-uusapan natin yung progress niya at kung gaano ba siyang kagaling. For basics, si Francis ay isang 6'6" forward known for his athleticism and highlight plays. Actually, gumawa na ako ng ilang videos tungkol sa kanya and I am pleased to announce na yes, merong improvements. Though numbers-wise, hindi nabibigyang hustisya yung improvements na yon. Sa first round, he played roughly 21 minutes a night in which he averaged 8.6 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Counting stats, promising. Since even as a backup, he still managed to average 3 assists per game. Pero concern ko ay yung shooting splits. 39% lang from the field and 18.8% from 3. Bago tayo pumunta sa play breakdowns, gusto ko lang din sabihin na I am very certain na UP and their staff are closely working with Francis para ma-develop yung game niya. From shooting, to dribbling, to decision making, they're really trying. Kaya we also have to consider na yung UAAP may 14 or so games lang every season. And karamihan pa are must-win games. Yung games na napapanood natin, hindi siya papantay sa dami ng oras at araw na pinapractice ng team in order to improve. Development happens behind the scenes. Anyway, first point na gusto kong puntahan ay yung decision making niya sa loob ng court. Natural decision maker siya, though inconsistent minsan, pero lagi siyang looking to read the floor and looking to make plays. As we can see here, transition, catch and go, umatake siya sa closeout. Drove with his left, very intentional and nag-finish siya over a good rim protector. Ito naman galing sa inbound. Again, catch and go, umatake kagad to his left, very intentional ulit. Ito yung gusto ko kay Francis eh. He's intentional with his decisions. Minsan to a fault, pero magugustuhan mo yung confidence. Again, here, it's a handback for a downhill drive, no hesitation, diretso sa ring. Now dito, naka-zone yung kalaban. So what do you do? 1-3-1 offense. Si Francis nasa gitna, makikita natin galing kay CJ yung bola and Francis knew that. So nung nagpunta sa kanya yung bola sa gitna after ng reversal, tinignan niya kagad yung defender sa corner kung nag-sink sa kanya, in which he did. So ibig sabihin nun, libre si CJ sa corner, which he was. Same dito, naka-zone ulit. Instead of looking at his teammates, tinitignan niya yung defense kung nasaan. And sa play na to, ang ganda ng pasa actually. Pinasa ni Francis sa deep corner para mas malayo yung i-close out ni Nick. And mas may time yung shooter niya to shoot. Second point ko, mapapansin nyo, he's playing the 4 position. Yes, he plays the 4 position, but that doesn't mean na he's playing as a big man or a power forward. We should start looking at how players are utilized rather than their position. I can have 2 centers and have them play 2 different styles. Parehas 5 yun but one is an interior, the other one is a trail na mas perimeter oriented. That's the same for forwards. Pero kasi mainly yung reason is that kapag improvised dribbles, nahihirapan si Francis. So hindi pa ganun ka-effective na gamitin siya as a 3. Sa play na to, unlike kanina na intentional yung mga drive, dito medyo improvised. Sa mga ganitong sitwasyon, naha-highlight yung lack of dribbling ni Francis. The intention was good, pero the skill to make it happen was not all the way there yet. Again, with this one, nag-hesitate, and yung drive was him trying to create something. Driving lane was off, palabas yung drive, and he shot a wild attempt. Dito mas within the offense and mas quick decision, pero napapansin ko kay Francis after ng second dribble niya, nawawala na yung power ba. And parang pagdating sa third dribble, nawawala na sa linya. So ang resulta ay minsan nagsasettle siya sa mga ganitong tira. So the most feasible solution is to play him as a 4 and make him learn to do quick reads. Hindi naman siya power forward, if you know what I mean. Nasa perimeter pa rin siya. Here's a roll and replace from UP. Ang idea ng roll and replace is to execute an offense na may continuity and motion kasi yung action na isa nagfo-flow sa isa pa. Sa play na to, Malik and Felicilda pick and roll. Si Lopez yung opposite big na nag-replace. Yung defender ni Lopez nagtag dun sa roller na si Malik. So merong space si Lopez to shoot the 3-pointer. Sablay pero good look. Dito medyo bad shot selection pero you see what I mean na nasa perimeter naman si Lopez kahit na 4. Another way they do it is through horns. Dito horns lift. Si Lopez syempre yung lift and after nung pasa nasa perimeter siya. So catch and go situation to make a quick play. Yung mga ganito na-encourage si Lopez na maging decisive at compact sa mga atake niya, which is a good thing. Here's another one. Horns lift, nag-overhelp yung defender ni Kagulangan, nakita kagad ni Lopez, quick decision, open 3-pointer. Another horns lift, makikita natin si Lopez nagsusort out ng mga options. Nakita niya na walang high-low kasi naka 3/4 top yung defender, so immediately nag-skip pass siya papunta sa corner. Long close out inatake ni CJ 2 points. And sa mga ganitong play kasi natatago yung weakness ni Lopez na shot creation kasi napapwersa siyang gumawa ng simple na play. Kung ang kailangan niya lang ay atakihin yung close out, sabay 2 dribbles to the basket, yun lang yung kailangan niyang gawin. Simple pero ine-encourage pa rin siya mag-dribble. Nasa long term malaking bagay kasi natatanggal yung mga bad habits while also making him comfortable as a decision maker. Just think of a Draymond Green or an early days Pascal Siakam nung makeaway pa sa Raptors na technically 4 pero since marunong mag-playmake, may decent tools pero kulang sa shot creation pa, mostly makikita mo sila sa mga catch and go plays sa perimeter or tinatakbuhan ng mga short rolls. We shouldn't expect Lopez to dominate immediately. The talent is obviously there, pero it has always been the little details na kulang siya. So at this point sa career niya, mas importante na malinis yung mga loose ends right now rather than having inflated, meaningless numbers just for the sake of putting up more numbers. Tapos yung mga bad habits na yun madadala pagdating sa pros, which is hindi yun yung gusto nating mangyari. So gaano bang kagaling talaga si Francis Lopez? Is not the correct question we should be asking right now, to be honest. I think the better question to ask ay kung yung trajectory niya ba ay nasa tamang landas? Na ang sagot ko ay oo. Hindi man nakikita sa numbers or sa court time, pero naniniwala ako na ito yung right situation. He gets to develop behind the scenes with a forward-thinking coaching staff and he gets to play competitive, organized basketball na kahit hindi siya superstar, malalaman niya what it takes to be a winner, what it takes to be part of a winning team, anong habits or attitude yung kailangan niya to succeed in this industry. Importante lahat yon.